This is one of my all-time favorite cases and stories, and I can't believe it has taken me so long to share it with you. In this one, guys, we're going to talk about a client who was stuck in her country in South America after being married to a U.S. citizen for almost 5 years, and he was trying to bring her to the United States. He could not make it happen because his wife was criminally charged in her country with passport, identity, fraud, and all these other issues related to her identity, her birth certificate. She was literally in court, guys, fighting these charges, and in the press in her country, in the media, covering this story. And the U.S. Embassy also accused her of presenting them with a false document, passport, and it was a huge mess. And so I'm going to share with you how we were able to help her to come to America. She's in the United States right now. I'm LaToya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer. Contact us at McBean Law at 516-866-3900. Now let's get into what happened in this amazing story. Well, firstly, guys, our client, they were married for almost 5 years, and but way before they got married, way before years, more than 10 plus years before they got married, his wife had applied for a visitor's visa and she was refused. And in that application process, she presented a passport from her country alleging to be who she, was alleging to be. And she was denied of the visa. And fast forward 10 years later, she's now married to the U.S. citizen spouse, and he filed for her. And she appeared again before the U.S. Embassy, and they accused her that time of admitting under oath during her interview to using a false identity during her earlier visa interview, an application process. And her biographical information was different from what was presented to them 10 years prior. Okay, so now with this knowledge, her husband went ahead and prepared a waiver on his own, and the waiver was denied. It was denied because he didn't include all of the right evidence to prove that he of himself will suffer extreme hardship if his wife doesn't come to America to be with him. And guys, just to paint this story a little bit more for you, the husband was alone in the South, a southern state, and he was a hard working man, and he was alone, and he really needed his wife here. And so he came to us, met with me, and we said, this is a very tough case. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. This is hard because your wife was in the media. She was criminally charged, although ultimately she obtained the victory in her criminal matter involving the passport issues. This is a big deal in her country and before the U.S. Embassy there. But I said, okay, we can do the waiver. We'll do the waiver anyway. And so we started working on the waiver. And guys, tragically, after the waiver was prepared and we were waiting on only a few pieces of evidence from him in order to file it, tragically on a Friday morning, he died in a car accident on his way to work. And on that Saturday morning, we got the news, and it was so devastating for everyone, for his wife, for all of us at the firm. And we were even coordinating with the funeral home here in the United States on behalf of our client to help her out. And, we said to her, the waiver that we worked on required that your husband be alive. The U.S. citizen will suffer extreme hardship if you don't come here to be with him. But now he is not here. So the waiver has less than 10% chance of approval. It's very difficult to get approved. And she literally begged us. She begged us, just do it anyway, just file it. And I said, your husband paid up for the case. We worked on it. It's ready to go. And we're going to have to do additional work. We're going to have to rewrite this now that he's no longer here. We're going to have to argue an exception to that rule. And, we're going to do it. And we did it. And we didn't charge her anything additional due to the circumstances. And we filed the case in, let me give you the precise timeline here. We filed the case in July 2020, and guys, it was approved in October 2020. Okay, just 3 months later, August, September, October, right? 3 months later, it was approved, and we were all amazed. We were like, oh, thank you, God. You know, we were all amazed. And she came into the United States a few months later. And as soon as she landed at the airport, she texted me to let me know that she's here in the United States. And, you know, guys, tragically, she never got the opportunity to live with her husband here. And now she's navigating her way through, America on her own. And so, you know, in this kind of situation, to us, it was the most rewarding thing that could have happened because her husband wanted her here. And I'm happy that we were able to help her to achieve that. But every case is different, friends. And although it worked out really well in, the client case that I'm describing here, it doesn't mean that it will work out with your case. Obviously, past successes do not guarantee a similar future outcome. I say that all the time. But, sometimes it's worth trying. And I'm so glad that we did. And it worked out really, really well for her, nicely for her. So, guys, if you have a relative out there who is stuck, who has some serious issues that he or she is trying to navigate, and a waiver is available, reach out. We'd be happy to talk about that case. But you should also know that there are certain crimes for which a waiver is not available. Now, in our client's case, a waiver is available for fraud and misrepresentation, and that's what we were able to achieve for her. But if you have a case involving a controlled substance, right? Drug trafficking or a violent crime. Guys, there's no waiver that's available for that on the green card side. However, on the non-immigrant visa side, there is a waiver that will allow you to come back to the U.S. temporarily, so you could be back and forth. And we work on that kind of waiver for those who have a serious background and the U.S. Embassy had refused a green card to. We could help in those situations. Every case is different, of course. But for the green card, no. There's no waiver that's available for those serious crimes that involve drugs and other violent crimes that are removable crimes like murder and all of that. So, guys, reach out, have a discussion with us and see where it goes. And I hope this encourages you. Share it with other people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.